going on, family? What's going on? What's going on? Let me wait for some people to join in before I talk to y'all real fast and tell you how much of a crazy day I've had so far today. We are printing DTF transfers as normal, so you guys can see. I'll let you check it out. Gotta sneeze. Gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Yes. All right. So, printing DTF transfers, as you guys can see. Had a bit of a rough start today. I got up, had a few orders that I had to do. Not that many. Had a few. So I was going to take my time and mosey on into the studio. And I spoke to you guys late yesterday about a particular order that I had that I've been going back and forth with a client, trying to encourage them to process the order through because they had to get it by a certain time. Kenyatta, how are you doing, Miss Tate? Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining in. Let me know where you are viewing from, Kenyatta. So they contacted me about these transfers that they needed done and asked me if it's possible that they could get to them by Thursday, I think it was, and that was yesterday morning. And I said absolutely, absolutely. And if this is you, I vlog about stuff so that people can know how to handle situations, right, to the best of my abilities, out of my experiences. So I told the client, I said, yes, yeah, I can absolutely do it. As soon as I get to the studio, I'll take care of you. I'll make sure I'll put your order in first because I know you need it ASAP. And the way she emailed me, it sounded like they were in like a situation they needed it done. So I try my best to go above and beyond to get it out as fast as possible. And I'm doing that right now. But where it went wrong a little bit is they didn't put the order through. And the order didn't get processed, didn't get paid for until today. So now I'm in a dilemma where they need their transfers by Thursday, and I can't guarantee them that they'll get it by Thursday because they just put their order in like late this morning, early this afternoon. So I'm trying to get it done. Kelly, is that your order? I'm not sure if that's your order, Kelly. But if so, yeah, Kelly, your order's almost done. And I'm going to call you. Is that you, Kelly? Is that your order? Let me see. So, yeah, Kelly, I'm getting this done for you. Let me see. Let me see the name on the order. You see, you put yourself on blast, Kelly. Thank you so much for joining in, Kelly. But you see your order getting done. It's almost finished. It's almost finished. And I'm going to call you in a moment to discuss how we can get this to you as fast as possible because it's almost done. I got like 2 more prints, and let me tell you how I broke up your order. Because Kelly was concerned about the resolution of her print, and now that you see him printing, Kelly, the resolution is fine that you had. But I told you what would be optimal to get the best resolution, which is export a .pdf, SVG, a PDF file, which is a vector file. But this PNG that you emailed me is fine. It's printing out right now. And I rearranged your gang sheet in a different way. I went into the back end of my gang sheet builder. I grabbed the graphics and I rearranged the graphics a different way to where as though they can print faster, because my main objective when I came to the studio today was to get this on the printer as soon as possible so we can knock this out so I can get this shipped out. All right? So we're almost done now. We're almost done. I got 2 more sheets to print, and then this order is a wrap. I'm going to roll it up, and before I even start the rest of my prints today, I'm going to go ahead and box this up and take it over to UPS for you. But I got to call you first because we have to see the options, the payment options on how we can get this to you overnight shipped, or like the fastest possible, so you can get them by Thursday or before Thursday. So Kelly, let me know, Tuscaloosa, Kenyatta's from Tuscaloosa, let me know in the comments, since you're here now. I'm going to call you anyway so we can chit chat. But let me know, is your client, do your shirts have to be pressed by Friday or pressed by Thursday? That's a big difference. And Kelly, why didn't you put the order in yesterday when we first talked, Kelly? Because you let me. So this is what I did today. I went to the gym. I had light orders today, so I was gonna mosey on into the studio and complete my orders when I could. But as soon as I got home to go take a shower, to get ready for my day to get dressed, I hear a ching ching. That's Kelly's order. So I'm like, oh my gosh, she put this order through, and I know she needs it right away. So I didn't even go in the house. Straight from the gym, I'm in my driveway. I pulled out of my driveway, and that's when I saw your email. That's when I saw your email. I forgot what the email said, but yeah. But I drove straight to the studio. No shower, Kelly. I did not take a shower for you so I can get your DTFs out. So I still got my gym gear on, and I came over here, and I am knocking it out, and we're almost done. We're almost done, but this is the process. This is the process, getting it done as fast as possible for you. So yeah, I'll call you in a little while so we can discuss. On a 15-minute break now, though. You can call, and I don't answer, I'll call you back. Okay, I don't want to call you right now on a live, unless you want me to. If you want me to call you now, I'll call you now. Let me know, Kelly, if you want me to call you now, and we can talk about it real fast. And you could be live talking about your transfers and talking about. I didn't go on UPS.com yet and discuss what the payment options are, but what I think I'm going to do is, you paid for shipping for this order. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to UPS.com and see what the options are for you to get them either overnight or by Thursday, and I'll subtract how much you paid for shipping for this order from how much UPS is going to charge me to ship it for the overnight shipping option. I'm looking at my computer right now, my computer screen, and I'll subtract that, and we'll figure out how much it is, and I'll tell you how much addition it is. But I'm sorry. It would have been to you by Thursday had we have shipped it yesterday afternoon. That's what I think. But today, I can't guarantee you that. It's out of my hands. So, but see, when I don't know, Kelly, if you work a regular job, but she said, "Don't worry about it. You smell fine from here." I don't use Pirate Ship, but I mean, should I log on to Pirate Ship to see if that's a better option? I've never used Pirate Ship before. I've never used it. Maybe I should watch some videos on Pirate Ship. You guys let me know if I should watch some videos on Pirate Ship if you think that's going to be a better option. Let me switch the camera to over here so I can check out this. I can let y'all check out the actual print and the progress. So we're about halfway done on this print right here, and then I got another one of these to print, and then I got another sheet, this sheet right here to print, and then this order will be done. So yeah, I think it's about, I don't know, maybe about a half an hour more for everything to be printed, and then I'll take it over to UPS. But Kelly, I'm probably going to email you because you'll be off of your break. So I'm probably gonna email you, and check your emails frequently when you get off your break, so you can see when I email you, because I won't be able. But I'll call you. So have your phone on vibrate. I'll call you. You'll see that I'm calling you, and that's your cue to check your email, so you can see how much the difference is, so you can get it expressed. And I'll send you a screenshot of the UPS screen so we can, do it that way. I think that's the best. See, stuff like this is why it's beneficial to use somebody like me, because you're not going to get this anywhere else. You're not going to get this anywhere else, guys. So, yes, I indeed, Pirate Ship is no monthly payment, and it's better than counter rates. Yeah, but also, when you go on UPS.com, I have special rates myself, because I actually talked to UPS rep, and they helped me set up my account and chose a specific account for me and gave me a discounted rate because I told them what I do. So I do have better rates and I don't get the counter rates. The counter rates, I know for a fact that I don't get the counter rates, because when I go into a specific UPS and they tell me what the rate is, sometimes I'll be like, well, when I did do that, I'll go back and I'll go to my computer and I'll print up my shipping label with and I'll get a better rate than what it is. So yeah, I do have the better shipping rates already. Ellery says, Big Dog Allen, Loving the show. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Hey, what's your turnaround time on transfers? My turnaround time is you put an order in right now, they're going to get shipped tomorrow. I'm taking care of this specific customer who's on the live right now. I'm taking care of her order right now. Her order is priority for my day. One, because we communicated and I have an obligation to her, and I want to help her get her stuff. So that's my priority for the day, getting this order out right now. But after I get her order out right now, since you're on the phone, since you're on the live right now, if you need something done, put your order in on alanawade.com and you'll be my second priority. And I already have another order that I have to take care of, and that's a pickup order. He's a regular, so he's priority also, but I know he's not in a rush. At least I think he's not in a rush. But I'll get his order done after I take Kelly's order to UPS and drop it off. He's a pickup order. So if you put your order in right now on alanawade.com, my turnaround time is your order gets shipped out tomorrow. All right. I don't have enough time to, depending on how large your order is, I don't have enough time to print your order and take it to UPS today also. But if this wasn't such a rush, then I would normally do that and get it to UPS before 6 p.m., which is when they close, and UPS is right here in my location. So yeah, my turnaround time normally is the same day. Normally, if you put your order in that morning, I try to get stuff out the same day or guaranteed the next day at the latest. I'm getting some spam calls. I always get spam calls all the time. Spam likely. What's going on, Demps? How are you? Okay, so let's go to special announcements. Special announcements. Okay. For those of you guys that are interested in Deco Summit 2026, I got an email right here from Valeria from Racoma. Just a quick reminder, your chance to save 75% on Deco Summit 2026 tickets ends September 30th, and today is September 23rd. So you guys still have a chance to get 75% off of Deco Summit tickets if you go to decosummit.com, and on checkout, use code EARLY75, capital EARLY 75, to get 75% off of your Deco Summit tickets. Look, that's the VA calling me. I got to take this call, y'all. Give me a second. I'm going to mute the audio so I can take this call from the VA because I am a veteran. Let me mute this. Mute that. Call failed. I said hello. I heard good afternoon. Then the call dropped. Call failed. I hope they call me back. I have no idea what this is for, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, so, all right. I forgot where I was, but on another note, so yeah, Deco Summit. So Deco Summit, 75% off. EARLY 75. That's the VA again. 1 second. Let me mute my mic. Hello. 30th, you can get 60% solution / capping solution. So I gotta buy some more capping solution before I run out, and I'm running low on. I think that's it. Maybe with when I buy this and when I buy some more film, I'll buy some more DTF powder also. So I'll know I'm sufficient on that. Hey Fidel, I am live right now on YouTube, and you are live. You are live on my YouTube live right now.
Okay.
And everybody can hear you. So if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see me picking up the phone talking to you.
Yeah.
I just wanted to inform you. Everything all right over there?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Okay. Okay, I'll call you back as soon as the live is ended.
You got it.
All right. Talk to you later. Bye. Shout out to Fidel, greatest screen printer I know, the best screen printer I know. So, learned everything I know from him. So, with that being said, what I was talking about reeing up on your supplies, a lot of people are still holding back and not getting the equipment that they need because they think that they're spending money. But I want to kind of encourage you to change your mindset relative to spending money on equipment and buying the things that you need. And I want you to kind of think about the really big financial gurus that we watch on YouTube, and think about the things that they always talk about, right? And one of the things that they always talk about, like these guys that are multi-millionaires and stuff. Let me stop this switch because that's annoying. One of the things that they always talk about is cash flow. In the chat, have you ever heard a financial guru say anything or mention cash flow? And have you ever heard a financial guru or somebody that we know to be significantly rich, like significantly wealthy, say things like, I'm cash poor, or I don't have access to my cash, or I use my cash, I leverage my cash to work for me, right? Have you guys ever heard that? Hey Gail, what's going on, Gail? Thank you so much for joining in. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Let me know in the chat, have you guys ever heard of the financial gurus say stuff like that? Like, I use my cash to make money for me. I use my cash as a tool to make more cash, or I'm cash poor. I don't leave a lot of money in the bank because I want my money to work for me, or I leverage my cash and I make money using debt. Have you guys ever heard that? You know? Okay, so Kenyatta says yes, she's heard that before. But these are things that I consistently hear financial gurus, like, I won't even say financial gurus because there's a lot of financial gurus that we probably, people give good advice, but I'm talking about, I like learning from people that I know to be multi-millionaires, right? I like learning from them because they're the ones that's not talking on speculation. They're talking based off of things that they've actually done and results that they've actually done. So I tend to listen to those people, like the Warren Buffetts and those guys. I even listen to Boyce Watkins and who's the other guys? You guys can drop some names in the chat. Victoria, what's going on? Yes, but I need cash flow and diverse portfolio. Absolutely, cash flow and a diverse portfolio. But the reason why I brought that up, check. Oh, Fidel says I have no sound. But yeah, you guys are hearing me, and I am seeing that I do have sound. The reason why I brought that up, right, is because if you have a large sum of money in the bank, and my brother and I was talking about it today, if you have a large sum of money in the bank, like let's say large being anything $5,000 or more, it's probably to your benefit if you're not using it to invest in a mutual fund or something like that and put that money to work for you. And I was talking to my son early this morning also. He's grown. I was talking to my grown son, and we were talking about money also. And we were comparing my machines and the return that I get on my machines to the returns I would get if that money that the machine that I used to purchase the machine was in a mutual fund, like a VTSAX. Because the way I invest, I use Fidelity, and I invest in VTSAX. I buy VTSAX every month, right? A certain amount of shares every single month using Fidelity, right? And I have an individual brokerage account. So it's on autopilot. I just buy Fidelity, a certain amount of Fidelity every single month. I don't even, I own some Gildan stock also, but all the other stocks that I did own, like my Teslas and everything else, I kind of sold that off, and I, what was that, last year, and I used it to pay off my car. Right before I sensed that everything was going up in price, I went ahead and got rid of my car note. So I cashed out some of my individual stocks. I kept my VTSAX. I'm never selling my VTSAX. And I cashed out and I paid off my truck, right? And I'm so happy I did that. And I advised my son to do the same thing, and he did the same thing. So we did the same thing. Yes, cool. So We have no car note, and we have nice cars that run, right? So I was talking to my son, and I told him that the only thing that can outperform the return that I can get in a mutual fund like VTSAX is my embroidery machine or my DTF printer. Because the stock market is up and down, and business is also up and down, but one thing's for sure, two things for absolute certain. Any given week, I do get significantly large orders that tenfold always outperform the market. So the reason why I'm telling you guys this is because when you get a machine and you spend a $20,000 or $15,000 in the case of a multi-needle embroidery machine, or even a $15,000 in the case of a DTF printer, right? Hold on. Okay, so Gail says she uses Fidelity too. I'm gonna put this to print again because we want no breaks in this printing, and I'm gonna load up this other file right here that we just burned. It says final, it's this one right here. But before I put this to print, I'm gonna do a cleaning real fast. I'm gonna do this cleaning just to make sure all the colors are vibrant. Do a cleaning, and then I'm going to put it to print as soon as that cleaning is done. All right, yeah, so once you have a customer base, or once you establish yourself to have a certain amount of clientele, the only thing that can outperform the stock market is these products and services that I know that can outperform the stock market. It's like a cash, when you're selling products for cash, that type of business, right? So we're in the right space, guys. We are in the right space as far as for making a significant impact in our lives. We are definitely in the right space. Because just now, besides Gail's order, which is a substantial order, I have a few more orders to do today, and one that I'm going to talk about in a second, that I'm going to have to call the client and let them know what's going on. It can be very, very financially rewarding once you know what you're doing, you know how to use your equipment, and you are proficient with your equipment. All right, let me put this on the print real fast. Bam, print, and then after that prints, I'm going to do a print ready for this one, so that'll print right after this is done printing again. All right, so here we go. Run the DTF printer again. All right, so Gail, what are you invested in? And I said Gail, but Gail, this is not your order. This is Kimberly's order. No, it's Kelly's order. Sorry, this is Kelly's order that I'm doing. I said Gail, but it's Kelly's order. Bro, your volume is low. Oh my gosh, my volume is super low? I don't know about that. Nope, my volume is not low. Your volume is low. Designs by hand. Gail, can you hear me? Can anybody else tell me and verify if my volume is low? I think your volume is low because I'm looking at my levels right now. And let me check on my phone. Let me check on my phone. And he's telling me, Fidel said I had no sound. I think it's y'all's phone, man. Like, y'all messing up my stream. Like, messing up my train of thought. Hold on. Let me see. You know what? My volume is... Oh, Demp says my volume is fine. But it is a little low, though. Give me a second. Let me go ahead and grab this charger right here for my computer and plug in my device right here to make sure I don't lose y'all. Give me a second. It is a little low. I'm going to try to turn it up in a second. Let me see. Demp says now I'm okay. Let me try to adjust this real fast just to make everybody happy. All right, let me see something real quick. I go over here and I turn this right here and I click this right. Nope, wait. Click that one right there. All right, that should be a little bit louder. All right, that's louder. All right, y'all should have heard that get louder. Fidel's there. Oh, see now he says it's good. Okay, so now it's louder. It's a little bit low, but it's fine. Okay, cool. All right, so now it's louder. All right, so what I'm saying is, if you want to get a piece of equipment, right? If you know that you're going to have customers, it's kind of the best investment that you can make. And I'm only saying this because us as a community, we have to figure out ways for us to get ahead. And this equipment is the best thing that you can do for your life, especially if you have a job and you want to do something on the side. I know so many people that I'm friends with that have regular 9 to 5s. I know a nurse. Shout out to what's my buddy's name? I'm going over here on Instagram trying to figure out her name, trying to remember her name. But anyway, she has a 13-inch DTF, and she has a Racoma Creator, 2 Racoma Creators as a matter of fact. She bought the DTF first, right? And I told her, listen, she bought the DTF first, started making money selling DTFs. She posts on Instagram about it all the time. And then she finally got the Creator when the Creator first came out. And I told her, okay, you're doing good. Do not get any more machines unless those machines are paying for the business and paying for, can significantly pay for themselves, because she took out like the loans to get them, right? I turned around. Don't you know she got another Creator? She went and got another Racoma Creator. So now she has 2 Racoma Creators and the DTF machine. But she's always on her days off, or even between shifts when she goes home, she's always making something for somebody. So I say that to say 2 things. If we think back to what I was saying earlier about the financial gurus saying that they use other people's money to make them money, and it's not about how much money you have in a bank, it's about cash flow, right? If you're in a situation where you don't have the cash, but you can somehow leverage somebody else's money to create cash flow, is it worth taking on the responsibility of adding that debt to your debt that you already have? Some of us have mortgages, some of us have car loans, some of us have credit card bills. Is it worth taking on another payment to create some sort of cash flow that you don't have right now? And this is what I need y'all to think about, because a lot of y'all have a car loan and your car's not making you any money unless you drive Uber, right? Or your car is just another bill. Your house, you need your house to live in. You're not making any money unless you're renting out a room, unless you have a duplex or triplex or quadruplex, something like that. So that's not making you any money. That's why I'm telling you guys, if you're in a situation where you have some money sitting in the bank, buying one of these machines, I won't say another, buying one of the machines, if you don't have it, if it can somehow, not tomorrow, not the day when you get it, but after you learn how to use it and you are proficient in it, if it can create some cash flow for you, it's all about cash flow. It's all about using other people's money to make money for yourself. Because over time, when you get those customers, the machine is going to not only pay for itself, but it's also going to help you pay those other bills. I don't know, but I don't want to encourage you guys to get into debt and to get you in get all excited and put yourself in a situation where you're not going to follow through, because this is one of those things where you have to put the work in and you have to follow through, or else don't do it, right? But it's almost like do it anyway because you want to take a risk on yourself, and you want to, like, revenue, like, you can use this equipment halfway and create bad products, which I don't encourage you to, but you can create bad products on a consistent basis and still create a revenue stream for yourself, which is crazy to think about. But you can take the time to learn the machine, and I encourage you to do that and create good products so you can get a consistent customer base, and then then you can have a solid cash flow and revenue stream and recurring customers like I've created for myself and growing. Um, yo, it's the best money you will ever spend in your life. And a customer, like somebody in the comments, I read a comment the other day, and they said, Alan, it was something to the effect of you have a lot of equipment in your space, but I think she more so wanted to know what I did with the quote unquote free equipment that I got. That's gonna be another video. I'll probably do a second live today, and we'll talk about that. But to sum it up, free isn't always free, and a lot of the stuff that you guys see that I run my business with, it's not. I paid cash money for it. Anyway, what do you guys take on that? What are you thinking? According to relative to what I'm saying, I have Facebook, Google, Lyft, and SoFi. Okay, that's the stocks that you're invested in. I encourage you, Gail, to buy some VTSAX. It's a total market index fund. You're invested in everything across the board, and so you got Facebook is in there, Google's in there, Lyft is in there, SoFi is in there. All those stocks are in there, and the mutual funds like VTSAX follows the economy. So the economy prices always go up, right? So your mutual funds are pretty much always going to go up because it follows the economy. So it's going to go up and down and wavy and stuff like that. It's going to go down a little bit, but for the most part, over time, it always goes up. Why? Because the cost of living and how much we pay for goods and services always goes up. So mutual funds you can't lose, especially over time. Yeah, so that's the best investment you can make. But it's not a bad idea to, take a risk and have some speculative investments and take a few risks every now and then. Like I bought Alphabet, which is Google. For those of you guys that don't know, I had Alphabet, and I made a bunch of money. And I had Tesla, and I got in at 90 when Tesla was $100, and all the way up to the point where I remember my stock splitting at least twice. So I more than made out. I don't own any Tesla stocks now because I cashed it out, but never cashing out my VTSAX because I'm invested in all that stuff. But yeah, so Gail says it really depends on your personal financial standing, and that is true. That is true, and that's key. But on the other hand, right, if you're in a bad financial situation personally, but you can somehow leverage some debt and let's face it, the people that are in debt and have bad credit but are kind of crafty, is it worth taking out more debt anyway to get a machine that's gonna make you money on a consistent basis versus not getting the machine and you're bad with finances anyway, so you're just gonna end up in more debt anyway? So am I thinking like crazy? Am I going crazy here? Is it worth just buying a machine anyway because you're bad with finances anyway and you're gonna go deeper into debt anyway? Just get the machine and use that, get that wheel turning and try to leverage that to pay off the other stuff along with itself to get to a better life, because they're the type of people that's gonna end up putting themselves in more debt anyway. Like, am I making any sense here in the chat? Am I making any sense here? I'm thinking about buying a DTF machine, 13-inch. There's nothing to think about. Proud of you, bro. Yo, Joe Griffin, what's going on, man? Yo, when I get off of this live, you got to come get your stuff, bro. You got to come get your stuff. Your hoodies are ready. Bro, you are right. My DTF pays for the remainder of my embroidery machine, and for new laser, I put all my equipment. Let me tap this so y'all can read this. I put all my equipment on my business side and not my personal side, though. Yeah, I did that too. I do that too. So there you have it. You got some Designs by Hand LLC. He or she said that I'm right, because most of us, listen, thanks for the tip. I have been trading since 1999. Awesome. Congratulations. Definitely should all of us should be buying some total market index funds. But the thing about the total market index funds, I'm going back and forth. The thing about the total market index funds is it takes a lump sum to get in. Like my VTSAX, you can't just buy one share. You have to a certain amount when you first start off, and then you can buy fractional shares, right? So my VTSAX to start off, I had to buy $5,000 worth. And after that, now I can go ahead and buy $20 worth, $10 worth, $100 worth, or $200 worth, or whatever I choose to invest every single month. But initially, it's a lump sum of money. I paid five. I think it was five or it was 3,500 to initially. I think it was $5,000 initially. I had to invest in that total market index fund. So that's the difference. But it's 100% worth it. It's always going up. And one day maybe I'll share my portfolio with y'all. You know what I mean? One day. If it could be, let me see. So Kenyatta says, I think it could be. I bought a 24-inch because that 13-inch needs to be upgraded so I can get more prints out. Okay. Do you guys remember me saying this very thing right here? If you guys, and let me know if you guys remember it. I have said that I had 13-inch printers. I had several 13-inch printers. Now I have the 24-inch printer. And I've said before, and I've told you guys, and I advise people that if you want to make, quote unquote, real money selling transfers, you need at least a 24-inch printer. Who remembers me saying that? And here's Kenyatta right here, and she's pretty much justifying and verifying, wrong words, what I just said. I think it could be I bought a 24-inch because that 13-inch needed to be upgraded so I can get more prints out. And Kenyatta, estimate at a normal, minimal, on a regular day, what's the earning potential, just random, between max capacity, let's go max capacity. Max capacity, 13-inch DTF printer versus 24-inch DTF printer. How much can you make a day max capacity with a 13-inch versus max capacity in a 24-inch? Just random machines. What numbers are you spitting out? I'll tell you what numbers I'm spitting out. Max capacity, 8-hour day, 8-hour work day. I'm thinking with a 13-inch. I'm thinking a couple $100. I'm thinking like $600 max capacity. 8-hour day. 8-hour day for 24-inch. I'm thinking more like $2,000. I'm thinking like 2,200. What do you think? What do you think? I want only people that's had 13-inch and 24-inch printers can answer this question. I'm glad I caught this live. I will look into 24-inch printer. And I've told people, like, when people ask, what do you think about this 13-inch printer, I said, well, what are you trying to do with it? Is your objective to sell DTFs? Because if your objective is to sell DTF transfers, the 13-inch printer can get you started, but you're quickly gonna realize that this printer is too slow. When you get your first, matter of fact, so quick, when you get your first big order, you're going to realize this is too slow. When you get your first $500 order, you're going to realize it's going to take me a day and a half to print this out. This is too slow. I need to make $500 every day, right? Every day, like several times a day. The only thing that's going to get you that is the 24-inch. I'm just telling you guys. That's why I said if you want to make real money that's going to like pay your mortgage, pay your car, pay your groceries, and give you money to put in the bank and set aside money to buy more equipment on a monthly basis, you need at least a 24-inch. If you live in a small space, just make sure it can fit through your door. Sell your couch. You can sit on your DTF printer. It's worth it. I'd rather sit on the floor and have a 24-inch DTF printer than have a couch, because this DTF printer is going to pay for everything. Just saying, some of our priorities are jacked up a little bit. You know what I mean? But yeah, so Designs by Hand says I run a 30-inch and I average around $4,500 or more a month, and I'm just 18 months in. That is an absolutely magnificent testimony right there. Look at that. Now, when you were running your 24-inch, your 13-inch, how much were you averaging? Designs by Hand. When you were running your 13-inch, how much were you averaging? I got another spam call. I stay getting these spam calls. Let me know. In Kenyatta, when you were running your 13-inch, if you had, did you even have a 13-inch Designs by Hand, or is that your the same one? T-Town T-shirts, what's going on, T-Town? All is well, bro. All is well. I'm here getting it in, baby, getting it in. So, yeah. So, I hope you guys by now understand that you can trust me and trust the things that I say, especially after all the drama I went through making these Racoma videos and all the verbal abuse that I got while I was making Racoma videos from everybody in the comments, from all the Racoma haters. And now, who's laughing now? All the kids are doing it. Everybody has a Racoma machine, and you guys know that that they do in fact work, because you guys see on all over online people embroidering beautiful things with them, right? And you guys know it's the user, right? And it's up to you to spend time with your equipment so you can become proficient and know how to know the little nuances to get it run good, know the tensions and stuff like that, right? So it's not the machine, it's the person. All, for the most part, all the machines work. All of them work. You just have to know what buttons to press, what settings to adjust, what knobs to turn, right? What threads to buy. You just got to know all the little stuff. So I'm so happy and proud of myself for what I've achieved in these few years on YouTube, and I'm going to continue to try to guide you guys to think differently, to think business and not only machine, to try to do things that make sense and try to think outside the box a little bit. That's why this conversation is kind of like weird a little bit. Is it worth, if you're in a bad financial situation and you find yourself trying to get out of that situation, but you keep on creeping into that situation, is it worth taking the risk to put yourself in a worse financial situation so that you can put yourself in a better financial situation? Are y'all, this is almost like this is almost like a marijuana conversation that I'm having, because y'all picking up what I'm trying to put down? You know how you, if you don't indulge, you won't know if you've never indulged, you'll not know what I just talked about, what I'm saying right now. Sometimes for those of you guys who've ever smoked marijuana, has been high before, you start talking really philosophical and you start talking weird, and you'll be making sense to yourself, but to somebody that's sober, they won't understand you. But to somebody else that's high right next to you, they'll know exactly what you're talking about. So let me know if you sober people can understand what I just said. And I'm sober, by the way. Yeah. Let me know if you guys are understanding what I just said right there with that last spiel. Honestly, I started with this one. Okay, so you started with the 30-inch. Okay, dope. Well, you made the right decision when you got your 30-inch DTF printer. And I think a 30-inch is great. 30-inch will be magnificent, but a 24-inch is fine to start with. 13-inch, for everybody that has a 13-inch, more power to you. Like, I 100% could not do what I'm doing right now with a 13-inch, period. Even if I had two 13-inches, I'd rather just have one 24-inch. 30-inch would be fantastic, but I like the 24-inch form factor, because if I had a 30-inch, I like being able to take, like, what do you do when somebody orders like one DTF? Because I have customers sometimes just order one DTF, and I'm able to accommodate them, because what I do is I put their one DTF and I just print up an extra DTF for something that I know I'm gonna sell, or something that I know, another print next to it, and just run it and then manually powder it and put it in my dryer. But in your case, you have a 30-inch space, so you got to put, if somebody orders one, you got to put two more images next to it to account, to make it worthwhile. So what do you do in that case when somebody orders like one DTF? Or do you even take that one DTF. Kimberly said, yes, I get it, even though I don't indulge. See, you got it. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Totally understood. I get it now. Repeating benefits. Yeah. So that's good. That's good. Okay, so y'all understood what I'm saying. We're here, guys. We're connected. Like, you know what I mean? We're connected. But so this print right here is more than halfway done. And after this print is done, I have to print one more, and then Kimberly's order will be done. And I can finally roll it up. And it's probably a good time that I get ready to. No, it's not yet, because that next print is a fairly large print, and it'll be like the last of Kimberly's prints. And I'm gonna roll it up and contact her and give her the options. And this is Kimberly. You're not the Kimberly that this order is going to, by the way. Just in case you thought I was talking about you, not. So yeah, but think about that, guys. And when you decide to commit financial suicide and get another machine, just use my affiliate link, because now I'm encouraging you guys to get a machine and go ahead and put yourself into debt, because things are only going to get worse, and you have to take a chance on yourself to make things get better. And these machines are the only thing that will outperform the stock market. It's worth it. It's worth spending a $15,000. It's worth putting yourself in a $15,000 hole because of what this can do. I keep on pointing over here, y'all can't see. It is worth, this is my vacuum cleaner, let me move the handle out the way. It is worth putting yourself, Jesus Christ, the cord. It is worth putting yourself in a $15,000 debt hole to buy this machine right here, because once you learn how to use it, and once you become proficient in it, it's going to get itself out of debt. It's going to put yourself in a situation where you can get another one. It's going to put yourself in a situation where you can get a DTF printer. It's going to put yourself in a situation where you can shop less, spend less money on clothes, because you're now making your own stuff, and you're looking at clothes with the side eye when you go out to malls and stuff like that. You're like, I can make that, or I can make something better than that. So you're spending less money. Your friends are seeing what you're making and what you're wearing for yourself, so they're going to ask you to make one for themselves, and you're going to make money by default just because. And then when your friends come over and they see it, they tell their friends. Next thing you know, you're the person that has the embroidery. This is how it happens, guys. And you start, even if you buy the machine just for a hobby, you're going to. Who in the comments can attest to what I'm saying? You're going to make money anyway by default, even if you don't try, even if people come over your house and see it. You got an embroidery machine? Oh, you got a printer? Oh, so what do you do? What's the good deal? Can you make something for my son's football so I can wear it to his football game? Can you make? That's just how it happens, guys. It's worth it. This is the best debt you can get. The best financial hole you can put yourself in is a financial hole where that's gonna dig yourself out of the financial hole and rescue you from everything else. The sad reality is some of us are just bad with money. And if you don't buy this, you're going to dig yourself in a deeper hole, and buy dumber stuff anyway. So buy something smart for a change that's going to help you. That's all I'm saying. I wanted to say, I want you guys to be responsible and not put yourself in more debt. But the majority of people are going to do it anyway. So just get something that's going to help you create a cash flow. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. But anyway, okay, so Kenyatta says, I have a TC1501 Racoma embroidery machine and a Buy Mirror 15 needle commercial embroidery machine, and I love them both. And I'll say, just like I did yesterday, guys, a 24-inch printer is equivalent. Let's compare embroidery and DTF transfer printing. A 24-inch DTF printer output is the equivalent of 2 or maybe 3 multi-needle embroidery machines. Because with the multi-needle embroidery machines, this is why I want you to keep this in mind when you guys are choosing what you're going to do first, what If you, I don't know, maybe some people want to do one, some people want to do both. But if you want to make the money, you have to buy several multi-needle embroidery machines. But if you want to make the money, DTF, you only need one 24-inch or 130-inch, and you're good to go. You know what I mean? But if you want to move volume, embroidery demands a higher price, right? But if you want to move volume, if you want to make significant money, you need more than one multi-needle. Not saying that you can't make money with one multi-needle, because you can, because that's where I started off, right? And I got embroidery work to do right now. I sell patches all the time. I got a hat that I need to do. I got a longshoreman patch that I need to test out, because this longshoreman group that they're whoever used to do their work before, they're gone, and now I'm about to slide on in there. I got 2 polo shirts that I need to do right now as we talk, and one of the polo shirts came in compromised. That's what I want to talk to you guys about. I finally got this order. This lady, you might be on here. No, she's not, because she was recommended to me. She wants these 2 polos done, and I digitized the logo already, got the logo ready. Polos that she told me to order just got here today, and the package was compromised, and one of the collars is all stretched out and all scuffed up from transit. So I got to take a picture, send it to SNS, and they got to send me back, send me a replacement. But now her order is going to be late. I'm probably going to end up just making one for her and sending it to her, and sending her the other one late, so at least she has something to give as a gift. I think it's a gift for somebody. So yeah, that's unfortunate. But also, this is also a lesson, because when you get into this custom garment decorating field, right, you're gonna run into customers just like you, Kenyatta. No, not Kenyatta, Kimberly. Just like you, Kimberly. Kimberly's not on here now. She's on break right now. Who will contact you to make something, and you'll talk about the thing and make the arrangements. You'll be ready to go. You as the production person is going to be ready to go, but the person's going to want to talk about the thing that they want made for 2 weeks and flush 2 weeks down the drain, and then when they finally pay you, now they want it in 4 days, in the next 4 days. Like, we had 2 weeks to make this thing, but hey, what do you think about this jacket? What do you think about this? What if we turn the logo inside out and upside down? Like, yo, just pay so I can start making this for you now that we have time. But they're gonna wait. Then they're finally gonna pay, and then they go, you think you can send that out right now? So yo, I just ordered the shirts. You just paid me just now, yesterday, and I just ordered the shirts. It's amazing, but that's what you're gonna run into, and that's what this channel is all about. It's about sharing business experiences so that you guys know what to look forward to and what you're gonna encounter, and you can think right now in advance how to handle it, you know? But yeah, like I said, these machines are worth it 100%. So I'm gonna end right there, guys. Deco Summit 2026, tickets on sale now till September 30th. Last chance for you to get 75% off of Deco Summit. I encourage you guys to put yourself in rooms and put yourself in spaces with people that you can get tips from and learn tricks from. I learned a lot at Deco Summit, and I thought I knew a lot. I know I don't know everything, but I knew a lot. And honestly, I did think I was going to learn something, but I didn't think I was going to learn as much as I did every time I attend Deco Summit. I learned something so dope. I'm going to make a video about it, so stay tuned. It's going to be for channel members only, though, unfortunately. So if you're not a channel member, you might not see it, but you'll see the cover. You know what I mean? But hey, we got to do something special for the channel members. So if you're not a channel member, a member of the channel, go ahead and join, man. Join the channel. The thing that I learned at Deco Summit is so dope. It pertains to if you have a multi-needle embroidery machine and you make caps. Amazing gem. So okay, let me A-Dubb. A-Dubb is not God, but he's preaching the truth. I got my Racoma with 0% because he convinced me to. The rest is history. Yo! When the 0% financing was available, didn't I say it? I told you guys, yo, get your machine now because this 0% financing is not going to be forever. Now it's gone. Now I bet you guys wish you would use that 0% financing. 0% down, 0% a month, zero interest a month. Just pay this over time. That's what 0% financing is. If you were approved for it, this is the price for the machine. This is how much you're going to pay, right? Every month. As long as you pay that amount every month, no interest. That's 0% financing. Y'all missed it. But I was on here telling you guys, use my affiliate link. Go ahead and get that 0% financing. Now it's whatever percent it is, according to what your credit is or according to what you get approved for. That's what it is now. So I was right here telling y'all to do it. Designs by Hand says I convinced her to do it. I'm not going to lead y'all wrong, man. I'm not going to tell y'all to do anything that I didn't do. I did the 0% financing. You know, I wish I would have did it twice. Okay, so next, Kimberly says, A-Dubb, you're going to get me in divorce court because no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm going to tell you why. Because I think this way. I'm over here already in debt with the Epson DTG printer and over here thinking about getting a DTF printer. Okay, Kimberly, let me ask you a question. What Epson DTG printer did you get? Did you get the new one? Oh no, you got the Epson F2100? What Epson DTG printer did you get? I wish you would have consulted the doctor first. You do not see me on this channel with an Epson DTG printer, did you? You didn't see an Epson DTG printer on this channel. Why'd you get the Epson DTG printer? Guys and girls, who convinced you? What online did you see that made you get the Epson DTG printer? What influencer or what person online doing DTG and selling DTG shirts did you see to make you get the Epson DTG printer? Not saying it's a bad investment. It's a fantastic investment. But this is my thing with DTG, right? And DTG is one of those things where, let's talk about the quality of a DTG shirt. Undeniable. Shirts feel incredible. Nobody complains. I won't complain. For the most part, I would love if all of my shirts were DTG because that's how good it feels. But the problem is the printer itself and the ink consumption. That printer is, okay, how can I compare it? Let's not say Epson. A DTG printer in general is like owning a sports car, right? It's gonna give you the best quality, I guess. Or maybe yeah, you get the best quality because you paid all that money, you paid a premium, you got the leather interior, got the sunroof, got the nice big tires, you get quality gripping tires, you get it feels quality when you're driving fast around corners, you got the handling, it's built for quality, it's like buying a Porsche, right? But the gas that you got to put in it, it's a gas guzzler. So a DTG printer is the equivalent of a sports car. It's an ink guzzler. So if you're not producing garments on a consistent basis, it's drinking that ink. It's drinking that ink. And that's the one thing that I did not like about it. That and pre-treating those garments. It's a pain in the butt. But the product you get out of it, once you master pre-treat, and the product you get out of it is unmatched, right? Closest thing to screen printing without having all that screen printing equipment. So that's the only drawback about DTG. Pre-treating shirts and the DTG printer itself is the most problematic machine in the industry, hands down. DTF printers are a walk in the park compared to DTG printer maintenance. If you can deal with a DTG printer maintenance, a DTF printer maintenance is going to be a walk in the park for you. Hands down, night and day difference. It's not comparable, it's not the same. DTG's the most maintenance out of any printer in the industry. But I dealt with it, and I know they just like to be in warm areas, and I know, if my cleaning doesn't come out, it'll still print, properly, if it doesn't come out like with all the lines and stuff, you can still use it, but they're temperamental, and the inks are expensive, and they just suck ink. But anyway, let me move on from that. Okay, so Kimberly, the reason why I would not land you in divorce court by getting a DTF printer is because two things. The DTG printer, the quality that comes out of it, your husband loves the shirts. I don't even have to ask you that. I know that your husband loves the DTG quality. But a DTF printer is something totally different. Okay, my other printer is done, so I can go ahead and put that on, put the other one on. All right, so your husband is going to love the DTF printer. If he's into this stuff, he might not be into this stuff. Oh, I put that on automatic, so it started already. Okay, so if he's into this stuff, he'll appreciate the business that the DTF printer is going to get you. And the opportunity, if you plan on selling DTFs, the opportunity that presents as far as making money is concerned. Now, you're probably not making as much money with the DTG printer because DTG printers, you can't really sell DTFs. You can make DTFs, but it's not efficient. You can't do it in an efficient way that can compete with a DTF printer. You can't make DTF prints in an efficient way to compete with a solid DTF printer. That's why the DTG printer is probably not producing what you thought it would be producing initially when you got it. DTG printer is for selling retail ready, retail price shirts. If somebody orders 100 shirts or 50 shirts, it's going to take you forever. Remember what I was saying? 24-inch DTF printer, volume, not one multi-head, but 2 multi-heads or 3 multi-heads, volume can make you that amount of money. DTG printer, 1 shirt every 15 minutes. In order to pump volume with DTG printers, you need at least 3 DTG printers to take those big orders to make the money, the significant income, and it's all about the significant income. So these are things that you got to think about when you're thinking about, okay, what machine do I want to buy? What are my goals? If my goal is to make a significant amount of money, 1 DTG printer is not going to cut it because you can only make 1 shirt every X amount of time. You can't speed it up. You can't slow it down. This is the speed that it prints. The quality is there. It comes out. But what if somebody orders 100 shirts? Embroidery. What if somebody orders 100 shirts? Left chest. DTF. What if somebody orders 100 shirts? I can print 100 shirts out in my DTF printer easily. And then only thing you're left to do is press them, press them, press them, press them. Right? And I got more than 1 heat press. I can handle 2 by myself. You know? Embroidery, I got multi-needle machines. So I can knock out 100 shirts in one day on my embroidery machines. I got 7 heads in here. DTG printer, 100 shirts. Good luck with that. So this is what you got to think about. You know what I mean? All right. So Kelly says, "Hi, Alan. What's going on, Kelly? What's going on? How long does it take for your big machine to print an order like mine?" This probably was 3 hours. 3 hours total to print this order. Yeah, 3 hours. See, T-Town T-Shirt said he got 0% financing too, and he's still going strong. That 0% financing was a thing. I was like, wait a minute. So you don't want to take any money now. All I gotta do is sign this paper, and you're gonna ship me this machine, and I don't have to pay you any payments till next month, and I get the machine now, and I get to use the machine this month to make the payment next month, and you're just gonna give it to me? And this is how much I gotta pay every single month? This amount, like 200. Where do I? You need my driver's license? What do I sign? So no brainer, super no brainer. Yeah. So Kimberly bought the DTG printer 4 years ago. And Kimberly, have you ask me for DTG shirts, but I'm not putting ink. I'm not putting ink in my DTG printer just to make like 10 shirts. I'm not doing that because it's like a couple $100 worth, maybe like $200 something worth of ink, just to cross my fingers and hope the DTG printer is still is still working, because I've had cleaner solution in it and it's in storage. Both of them. I got 2 of them, mind you. They're in storage, and truth be told, I'm not sure how they're going to print when I take them out of storage eventually, if I ever take them out of storage. And on the used market, DTG printers, you can't give those things away, bro. Nobody wants the headache. Used market embroidery machines, you can sell them. You can sell them, right? You'll take a hit, but you can sell them. DTF machines, kind of tricky, kind of tricky. If you can show them that it's working and keep it functional, if you want to resell it, yeah, but you got to be able to show it, right? Embroidery machines, hands down, they by far fly. It's not, if you're creative and if you know what you're doing, you can sell them easily on the used market. I bought quite a few machines from the used market. But yeah, I found your channel afterwards, Kimberly says. She's crying. Kimberly's crying. You know I'm telling the truth, Kimberly. If you want to pump out volume, yeah, you gotta order. Right now, I'm ordering DTS from Jiffy, and it's cool, but my profits are low. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. So we can learn from Kimberly. We can use this as a learning experience. If you're thinking about DTG versus DTF, you have somebody right here that has a DTG printer, but is ordering DTFs. Need I say more? So, right? So, to pump out volume, it's that DTF, man. It's that DTF, man. What is the best unisex sweatshirt for embroidery? Stacy Williams, I don't know what the best unisex shirt for embroidery is. What do you consider the best? What is the best, something thick, or is the best something thin? I really can't answer that question. Let me give you a brand. I don't know. I like Champion. Has some thick quality sweatshirts. I like Champion, but is Champion? Do you have the Champion budget to buy that Champion sweatshirt? Gildan is the standard. What's your customer's price point? What are you looking for? Quality. Lane 7 is excellent. You know. So, the best unisex sweatshirt. I don't think there's such thing as the best. It's all speculative. It's all preference, right? Give Stacy Williams some advice, guys, as far as the best unisex sweatshirt for embroidery. So let's talk about the best type of sweatshirt for embroidery. Let me guide you that way. The best type of sweatshirt from embroidery is a heavy sweatshirt, right? A heavy sweatshirt that doesn't have a lot of stretch in it, because I guess they have sweatshirts that have more stretch. So find a heavy sweatshirt that has stretch in it that's within your budget, and that will be the best sweatshirt for embroidery. I hope that helps. All right, so T-Town T-shirt says, I got a local DTF printer now. It is so nice to be able to order before 10 a.m. and get it the same day and drive 12 minutes to pick it up. No DTF printer for me. See, he's in an ideal situation where he doesn't have to put in orders with A-Dubb Productions, even though I send it out the same day. But there's nothing like having a DTF printer right down the street that you have access to. So that's a perfect situation for T-Town T-shirts. And I encourage you guys to find somebody in your area. It's not just about using me, it's about giving y'all the best advice. And best to believe, I try to market and try to advertise to people that's in my area, because I know that I'll be the most beneficial to them, because you can, just like T-Town T-shirts, you can put in an order and come pick it up the same day. So it's a no-brainer to just use me, because I'm right down the street, or I'm right 20 minutes away, or 15 minutes away, or 5 minutes away, or 10 minutes away, whatever. So those are some of the people that you guys need to be marketing to, looking to do business with. People in your immediate area serving your community, because even though you might have a more reputable company, people would rather use you because they can get it the next day or the same day or 2 days, you know. But versus if I order from this big company, guaranteed you're going to wait at least 4 days. You know what I mean? So yeah, and they can save money on shipping. You know, so these are things you should think about. Right. When you say 3 hours, is any of that babysitting the machine? All right. So I've been on live talking to you guys right now. The question is, have I been babysitting this machine? I've been on live talking with you guys for 1 hour and 15 minutes so far. Have you seen me babysitting my DTF machine? So you answer that question yourself, Kelly. You answer that question. The print stopped and I pressed print. I went over. You saw me. You've been on here. You saw me. Have I been looking over, going over, tweaking any? Kelly, come on now. You know how I talk. I'm like, yo, believe what you see with your eyes, not what people speculate about and talk about on YouTube. Oh, I heard this is the best machine. Oh, I like this machine. You're here with me. I'm live right now. You're seeing this in real time. You're where you are and I'm where I am, but I'm live, up close and personal. No, this has not been rehearsed. This is not a pre-recorded video, right? You're seeing this live right now. Answer that question yourself. It's 3 hours of babysitting. Like, you've been on with me right now for 1 hour and 16 minutes. So do you think from the time 1 hour and 16 minutes that I've been on with you that I did anything different when I wasn't live? Or do you think I pressed print and I went upstairs and I got a sandwich, went upstairs, used the bathroom, made a phone call, checked the email, glimpsed over to see if the next print was ready maybe, right? Or put the next file to process so it can be ready to print, so I can convert the image to a PRT file so to print. That's the most that I did. Like, I might glimpse in there to make sure the powder is enough powder in there. I can hear and know that there's enough powder in there. Matter of fact, let me go over there and babysit and check and see if there's powder in there. Yep, plenty of powder. Plenty of powder in the DTF machine. And if it's not powder, then look what I do. If it's not powder, I just hit this button right here over here that says dusting, boop, and it starts pouring more powder, right? Did y'all see what I did? I reached over. I'm gonna turn it off now. Off. Turn the powder dusting off. So yeah, to answer your question, Kimberly, no. No babysitting over here. And another part of that is I have my film connected from the printer, running all the way through the dryer, connected to the reel, so it's just rolling up as it's printing. Set it and forget it. Set it and forget it. But yeah, I'm about to end this live because this print is about to be done, and I gotta quickly roll it up and holler at Kimberly to tell her how much addition it is gonna be to get this sent to her by Thursday. So let me read. My favorite is ST22557 from Sanmar. Okay, so this is some advice about the sweatshirt right there. Okay, so there you go. Stacy, you can look that up. Look up the ST254 printer from Sanmar. Look that up and see if you like that. Check the weight of it and compare the weight to another brand that you probably have at your house already, you know, and see how much that weighs and see the material that it's made out of, and you can compare that. If I can do high resolution image with confidence, then I would consider investing in a DTF machine. To do high resolution images, the only thing you got to do is in your graphic design software, make sure you're exporting in high resolution, 300 DPIs, 300 dots per square inch or better. If you don't know what you're doing, make sure you set your canvas extremely big. So say, for example, if you're going to be printing a 13-inch image, then in your design software, design your image in 24 inches so that when you export it out, it's a 24-inch wide image, and you scaling it down. So now you're scaling it down, it's going to be high resolution, right? You don't want to design it small and have to scale it up. You want to design it big, if anything, and scale it down so you don't lose any resolution. So, and make sure your design, you're creating your design in a CMYK workspace, and you know you're working in a CMYK format. You export CMYK format, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just make sure it's big. Make sure it's big. That's what she said. I found a lady in a Facebook group, and we work together now. Awesome. What is the best head for a DTF machine? The best head for a DTF machine are Epsom heads. All of them use Epsom heads pretty much. Epsom. And all heads don't fit in all DTF machines, so that's kind of like a tough question to answer. And I don't know what the best heads or what anything else is besides the I-32 print head, or the I-32 is the actual, yeah, is that considered print? Yeah, it's I-3200 print head, and I've used the other ones for the 13 inches, so like, yeah. I went away for a little minute. Okay, that's cool. So Red One also says, what's your opinion on the XP600? The XP600 is slow. That's my opinion on it. The XP600 is slow. That's for those 13-inch printers, and they're slow. If it's not an i3200 or better, it's going to be slow. The XP600, I believe, are using in the small 13-inch printers that print slow. I feel really inefficient when cutting transfers on large orders. What do I use to cut transfers? You got a 20. Okay. Survivor Larry, what are you using? What DTF printer are you using? Are you using a 13-inch printer or a 24-inch printer? If you're efficient in one area and you're inefficient in another area, figure out how you can be efficient in that other area. Maybe you could start cutting your transfers before they're all printed out. You know, I use scissors to cut my transfers. You know, some DTF printers you can have a table set up at the end of your dryer, so you can cut them as they come out, and you can use a ruler and an X-Acto knife. You know, if you have a 13-inch, you can use a Ginsu. What do you call those cutters? They sell them on Amazon. I have two of them. I have a big one and I have a small one, a 13-inch one and another. Anyway, bro, that's the least of your worries, to be honest. Inefficient when cutting transfers on large orders. As long as you might be inefficient because your printer's printing too slow, depending on what printer you have. That might be the real reason. But that's a tough question to answer. I just use scissors, and I'm not even worried about how long it takes to cut. 24-inch rotary blade. Okay, yeah, you can use a rotary blade. You can use a ruler and a rotary blade. You can use that, right? Yeah. You know, or the guillotine. Thank you very much, brother. We have learned so much from you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Okay, so with that said, guys, I'm out of here. Don't be scared to make that purchase. Just use my affiliate link when you do use it, when you do make that purchase. And if you stay at it for any amount of time using your equipment, it's going to be one of the best purchases you made in your life. It's going to save you money any way you look at it. Either you're going to stop shopping and making your own stuff, or you're going to accidentally get business by your friends requesting stuff. It's the best bet you can get yourself in. All right, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. I'm out. I got to get on this. Peace.